Loading. It is a loading. There we are. So, new level. Let's just scale this a bit. Too small, and I don't have any navigation. Hey, Marcel. Okay. Pretty good, Marcel. How are you? Check this out, Marcel. Check this out. With a very nice material. Where is it? Anytime, anytime. Glad to be here. I hope you like this material I created, Marcel. Watch this. Oh. Wait, I have to save the map first. There we go. And try it again. It should get better though. I don't know why it doesn't want to work. Aha, I'll build again. Haide. Haide. Oh. Okay. House is big enough, but I'm still having some collision problems. It builds the lighting and navigation and everything. Navigation is actually built live, so it builds the lighting at least. Now, I'm still having some problems because the mouse collides with this bad boy. So in the collision, I've set it to invisible wall. Okay. Let's see now. Nope, still don't like it. Collision presets, invisible wall, I said. Let's see now. Why is it ray casting? Black hole dynamic. Let's try it now. Okay. Okay. We'll test it in this one. Because for some reason, oops, I don't have navigation here maybe? I don't have navigation here. How come? Bam. There we go. Yes, this is better now. I still have to understand why it only cuts in this one, though, but I'll get there. Okay, a bit of music and we'll try to rebuild the house so it's modular. Easier said than done, I guess. We'll see how it goes. But the fact that I'm cutting through the object is pretty nice. This way I can see my character. Okay, so let's see the scale of this thing. Where are you, scale? 3 times the scale. Okay, I can do this. Now time to pump up some music. There we go. We don't need this anymore. Try to Now I'll make a modular house of my own. Just have to get some wall sizes right and we're set to go. And if I'll play a bit more, let's see, if I play a bit more, I like this wall, this one I like. This one should probably be a default wall with window, and this one maybe will be a small wall. We'll see how it goes, but it looks pretty good. And if I be playing, it's pretty okay. Player can go in, enough space here, modular enough. Yeah, it works. It works. Ooh, I could test it with a troll as well. Let's try this one first. So if I put enemy troll, bam, let's make it a lava one. Yep, like so. Let's see how he moves around. Hello. Let's see if he can go through the door. Hello. I don't think he's navigating right. Don't show me the collisions, please. Let's make it a melee. Let's see now. Hello. Wanna chase me? Come get me. Need bigger doors. Bigger doors. So this should be maybe 4. And I still have okay navigation. Hello. It fits. It fits. Okay, scale 4. Back to music now. There we go. So here the
what is your way to keep your wings from folding? It's
400.
today,
Bam.
and I feel like it's been so long, everything's abandoned and overgrown. I wanna go back to the way it was before you.
Okay, good question. I'm setting up the modules. Hey, Tony. I'm setting up the modules for the house, trying to parameterize a bit how you can build a house. As usual, I think I can better explain. So instead of having this in the game, which is like a predefined size for the house, I'm actually trying to give you the ability to place modules which together make up a house. So this way you can build different house layouts. So the logic would be to have, I hope this works, but the logic would be to have this as a wall plus door, of course, to have this as a wall plus window, to have this as a short wall, and to have, you know, the floor, etc. as different objects. I hope you saw this properly and it worked. Let me just check if it worked, but I hope it worked. So yeah, modules, so you can build your own house and it kind of makes sense and snaps and works. So we'll see if it works. Back to music now, and I'll quickly build and export the modules so we see them in engine already. And afterwards we start adding detail and a bit of blueprint logic. So for instance, any level designer can select their own girders, these wooden poles here, to show or not show in the house. But I'll quickly make the modules now in 3D Studio Max so we can plug them in the game. Back to music now. So, simple wall, wall with door, wall with window, an instance of a simple wall short, this one and this one, these are instanced, and another instance of a wall plus window, instance, wall plus window, perfect. So technically, one should be able to do this. Can't you see we are far too leave, sleep, falling feet, just stay and let it breathe. Okay, so from perspective, this is how we look like.
another tune by ARK and Cifei. It's called Just Because. It seems these guys are doing great things.
Let's see if the cap works like this.
Something interesting. So, you know, we are in the summer. Dance floors are rolling everywhere. So, let's have fun.
Okay, so what I'm doing here, after already cutting the door, I realized I should probably use some metrics for it. So in our imaginary RPG world, the window size will be 200 centimeters wide, so 2 meters wide, and 2 meters 50 tall. It seems a bit tall, but it actually isn't. Let's make it 250 wide as well. So this is the default window. This would allow me, for instance, on a wall to have a single window like this, or maybe even 2 windows, one next to another. And I will also create a door. So let's say this is gonna be door size, like so, and let's make it 5 meters tall, maybe. No, that's way too tall. 4 meters tall, and width should be, I don't know, 3 meters basically. This way I can now align, the windows to the height of the door, like so. Right, so this is a door, window, window, and now I can actually place the door properly and cut from it properly, because as you can see, I was rushing to make the cut without having some metrics. So now it should be like bam. Don't worry about these edges, we're gonna get rid of them anyway, and this will be only a collision model or something, so it's not that important right now. It's okay from time to time when you're iterating fast to be a bit messy. Oh, looks like I still have some angle mistakes there. So I'll exit from this, I'll get into this, and I'll snap it real good to the floor. There we go. So I'll take this bad boys, put them here. Everything is okay now. I have a properly sized door. Now to cut a properly sized window. I could go with a boolean here, but I'm not so sure about it. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio good enough? Nice. Aha, pro boolean. Okay. Pro boolean. Let's try this one. Pro boolean. Pink, pink. Oh. Well, there we go. Didn't cut through it well enough. So not. I want to remove. No. I don't like this because I did it wrong. I'm still in box mode. Wall window. So 80. Like this. Okay, now it should work. There we go. Okay, so now this converts to editable poly, like so. Now I've got my wall with two windows. This is a simple wall, so it stays as it is. This is a simple wall short, so it stays as it is. This needs a window as well. So I'll take my window reference, yep, bring it somewhere here. Let's instance it actually. Yep, 90 degrees. Like so. I'll actually align it X no, X yes, Z no. Apply, okay. Compound objects, pro boolean, bam, I'm done. There we go, we have a window here as well. Editable poly again. I need me another door. Let's make it at 80. This one, bam. Like so. Perfect. Pro Boolean again. And we have another door, a short one this time. Simple short, wall with window. Let's call this wall single window. Wall window single. Bam, like so. So now we create this one. We align it here on the X, on the Y, and we hit apply. I also rhyme. Let's get some music back. So maybe here, be nice. There we go. In case you are wondering, I have to convert them to editable poly and to apply a reset X form, so the pivot and scale and everything gets the proper size, because every time we scale, we edit the mesh, etc., we go into problems with scaling, etc., and the object might not export properly for any kind of game engine, not just Unreal. So this is habitual working with any kind of game engine. So I've resetted the X form and now I'm converting to editable poly. Basically, reset X form, this thing I do here, bam, puts a modifier on top, which tells the object, now you have the scale 1, 1, 1, so you're at 100% scale, this is your rotation, this is your pivot alignment, etc. And I can quickly demonstrate how this actually works. So if we look at this object, but if we look with the effect pivot only. So this has the pivot turned that way. However, if I turn, for instance, the object itself up 90 degrees, like so, and we look at the pivot again, pivot is aligned in a certain direction, and the object, the object has different alignments. And now if I hit a reset X form, bam! It realigned the pivot with the proper world coordinates. The world coordinates you can see, oh, you almost can see. Let me get my face out of the way for a moment. So, like so. Okay, now, so this tiny thing is the world coordinates. This is the object's coordinates. And now let's actually make it back, put it back the way it was, because that's how I need it. Bam. Okay. And now, if I look at the way the local pivot looks like, it's different from the world coordinates. Yeah, I think you can see them right. Okay? And now, bam, I hit reset X form, and it resets the pivot, the scaling, the alignment, everything. So now, I go back to editable poly, and it's proper and ready to export. This one also, reset selected, convert to editable poly, and we are good. Now to export all these bad boys. I don't know if I have to place them in 0, 0, but let's find out. Export selected. So let's put them in wooden house. Let's put them here. Folder modular house. Like so. And now some music again.
Yeah, running with another free tune. The song is called In Common.
Now the Unreal Magic moment.
By Alicia Keys.
Ha! I got this window here, which of course you can't see. I'll try to show it to you.
So big ups to all
Let me
watching
move.
today for the Cheap Bang
Bam.
show, you know.
Okay,
August rolling.
there we go.
Nice.
We've got this window here.
Moment.
It already detected that I exported a new FBX inside our directory structure. So, I would like to import it, yes. A bit of settings here.
Your own bass drive.
I would like it to have, let's see the collision, if I can set the collision here. Maybe for now, auto-generate collisions. Auto-generate collision. Now, in our modular house, bingo, we got the wall and window, which technically, it didn't export it right, see? Its pivot is not in 0, 0. So, I have to go back to the drawing board, so to speak. Looks good. I have to go back to the drawing board, edit it for now, and place everything in 0, 0. So move, absolute, but I don't want it in local, I want it in world. So move, 0, this one goes to 0 as well. Let me just copy this 0. So this bad boy. join us.
Jump, 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 and give him devotion. 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 Jump, 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 jump,
I don't have navigation there.
Yeah, running with a new tune from myself. This one's called Devotion. Some sweet things, as I like to do. Big ups to Lion of Judah.
Okay, so a tiny recap for Tony, who's also practicing Summertime by Mango Jerry. On what instrument did you learn it, Tony? Tell me the instrument and I'll tell you what I'm doing now. Piano, nice, nice. Irina's also playing the piano, good job. So right now I'm putting all the modules I created in the game, exporting them properly, and I will also try to make the modules have a tiny parameter that lets them stick together properly. I'll show you in a moment. So first things first, we get all the modules in. So that means all the modules go into 0, 0, all the modules, let's create a folder here maybe. All the modules go into 0, 0, all the modules get their resetics form, etc. and we just throw them in the engine, see they work. Layer Explorer. There we go. Okay. I don't think I need this anymore. The Scene Explorer. Like so. And I don't think I need this either. So let's rearrange this nicely. Okay. Create layer. What should we call it? Modular house. And I'll put in the modular house layer everything I've exported. Now back to music. One more to go. One more to go. And it's a home run. Get it? A home run. Okay, export is complete. So let's see. I don't want to see those anymore. Like so. I've got 6 new objects coming in. Import me everything. Everything. Time to say goodbye to... Oops.
Yeah, we got to paradigm shifter. All the chat gives yourself to be every Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time to say goodbye to those ones.
This one, you know about
Now,
manners en nuage.
now let's see if my exports worked. Props, modular house, and I've got me a wall with a door. Nice. A short wall with a door. Nice as well. A simple wall. Nice. A simple short wall. Wall with window I already have in the scene. A short wall with window and a long wall with a single window. Yes. You can get it for student version if you're not releasing anything commercially, so it's not that bad actually. Beloved Unreal it is. And some music now. So the problem I have now is that I'd have to set on all these objects browse to asset on all of them, their collision type. So I don't want the mouse cursor to hit the objects when I'm telling the character where to move. So instead of block all, invisible wall should do the trick. I have to save. Let me also check the collision to see if it made me yeah, it did a simple collision here. Okay, but I won't be able to go through the door. We'll fix that in a second. Maybe right now actually. So I'll try to set some collision generating settings. Customized collision, auto generate collision, okay. You know what? Don't you auto generate collision. Let's save and let's re-import this one. I will actually delete the collision object and save and create, not for navigation, sorry, but for collision. I don't know if I can create primitives here. Yes, I can. Offset 0, 0, okay. Not the convex one, but the simple one. Extend. My God. 5, 5, 5. Oh, but this is just for the navigation. Oops. Boxes. Collision primitives. Apparently I can't or don't know how to add collision from here. We'll add collision from 3ds Max. No worries about it. No worries about it. So for now, let's just save this. We'll put the collision to invisible wall on all of them. Where are you? Collision presets, invisible wall. And you'll see the result of this in a second. So let's just say collision okay, we'll filter it like this with collision presets. Bam. Next to the, open the tab collision up next to the mesh. Okay, okay, okay. Ah, okay, got it. Just a second, let me set all of this and let's see what Armando is telling me. So the tab collision next to the mesh. Here, I know of this one. Collision, yes, add box collision. Thank you very much, Armando. Lifesaver. Okay, so let's go back to the door. Collision, add box simplify collision. Okay, but I don't want it like this. I want it like like this. Let's say. Can I also clone it maybe? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I don't like the scaling of it, and it's because I'm snapping maybe. Yes, much better now. Armando, you're a lifesaver, man. Let us celebrate this with some more music.
I need a place to hide when I'm tired and lonely and
Yeah, we've got a great tune by Control Change. This one's called Bola Trio, Private Jungle, got a Control Change.
Never stop learning, I guess. Wall. Invisible wall. here's something else I want to do now, because as you can see the collision works perfectly. Again, thanks Armando for the nice save. I still have to add collision on this door because I forgot to add it. I would like to make a material instance instead of using the material itself both on the floor and on the objects, so I can start changing the color based on the objects on which I put the material. So let me browse to my material. The easiest way to find it is I select an object that uses the material, this one, the regular diffuse one. I right click on it and I create a material instance, and I call it MI from material instance. This way I know how to find it easily. Diffuse solid. And here I can actually edit the base color every way I want. The base color, get it? Because we're listening to drum and bass. And I don't know, let's give it a whitish, yeah, bluish material for the floor. And let's actually use it like so. So now I have the blue floor and I have the bit smarter material, which is a diffuse material that also cuts through when the player goes through it, for the walls. And this way when we test we have some really good differences between what's a building and what's the ground. Now let's just add a collision on this door as well. So again, I'll browse to the asset. I'll just open this one up, and if I look at the simple collisions, I don't necessarily like this one. Let me see if I'm actually using customized collision. I'm not. Okay. So let me just quickly scale this baby up, or down actually. Right, so it doesn't have to be precise, it just has to be a bit bigger. So a bit bigger is okay, smaller, not that good. But considering everything in our world moves on the nav mesh, we're good anyway. That's a lengthy process, and I think I'll just put an article on the website, because I think it's easier to follow an article with print screens and explanation instead of live streaming and talking about it. For complex stuff like materials, I don't think it's that easy, but you tell me if you want me to live stream it or not. Basically, I'm taking the player position, putting a mask on the player's position inside an opaque material. So that's not a solid material, it's an opaque material, a bit more expensive to render. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this one. There we go. Like so. Cool. Okay. So now we're back in business. There we go. We can pass through any door, and one more test. Okay. It can be shot. It works. Now, for the parameterized, let me explain this. For the parameterized girder at the ends of the house itself. So what I'm trying to achieve is to have a small pillar on the end of each house part, house module. So this way I can enable and disable it. So the problem is this. For instance, I want to build a house, right? Like so. So I rotate it like this, and then I move it here, and I put them like corner to corner. First of all, I should be pretty precise, but it works. I can like snap them or something. But now, in between here, I want to have like a big wooden thing. So, how do I do this, you'd ask? Well, we'll have to go into blueprints. And for now, I'll do it with a temporary object, and then I'll export a proper wooden girder style object later. So, I'll browse to the asset, which is my basic wall door, and I'll just have to create a blueprint actor for it. So in props, maybe modular house BPs. Okay, I create first a folder, modular house underscore BPs. So this way you know it's about blueprints. By the way, can you guys see this part? Almost. Damn it. Where should I move my face? Let me just get my face out of the way so you can actually see what's going on here. The image and this. We're moving this somewhere, I don't know where, here. Ah, I know how to do it. So I'll do it like this actually. Oh. Like this. And now you can always see the content browser, the one in which I'm working. Let's align this a bit more, like this. And now you can always see the content browser. Okay. So, making the modular pillars so we fill this shape up. I'll create let's see, I'll create a blueprint for each one maybe. Yeah, okay, a blueprint for each one. Okay, so what's this guy called? Wall door. Blueprint. Actor. Wall door. Like so. Let's add a few static mesh components. So, of course, first I need the actual wall door. So, I'll actually look for it. There we go. It's okay if it's centered, not a problem. And to move quickly, I'll just add 2 boxes. Static mesh. There we go. Let's call them pillar 01, and let's add it a box or something. 1 by 1 box pivot XYZ. This should work. This should work, but it didn't, or I can't see it. Nope. So I'll type in again cube. I have to type in cube. There we go. Background cube, 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 cube. This one. Beautiful. Okay. And what do I want to do? So I want to create a log like this, for instance. Bam. Bam. That goes in here. Like so. And that is taller, like so. Okay, and oops, another one here. Oops. Pillar 01. Let's call it pillar 02. Also attached to the wall door. I don't know why, I just feel like doing that. So I put this one here. Okay, let's put the smart material on all of them. Materials, M underscore, oh god, what's it called? It's called world diffuse material opacity, but I should also create a material instance for this one as well. So ME world diff opacity, like so. Opacity solid. Let's call it opacity solid. Opacity. ME opacity solid, like so. And now, if we go back to our blueprint, opacity solid. This one, opacity solid. Ha! This one. Nice. Nice. Don't worry about the cutout here, it works at runtime properly. Okay. Let's compile and save this one, and actually let's set it to always save on successful compiles. This way I can only compile it and it will automatically save it if it works. And maybe some music again.
Drive. Hey, you know, welcome to the G-Bang Gong Show. And our live from Bordeaux, France. We've got a great guest mix today, rolling with Mr. Euphoric. Our Serbian producer and DJ. Here, Mr. Euphoric in the first hour, running on with great guest mix. Big ups to Overfan Devious, D-Funk.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, sorry guys, had to change the battery on the microphone. This happens, especially when streaming for long periods of time, but I'm pretty sure you can hear me now. Okay, so what am I trying to do here? I have these two pillars, I've let them visible for now, but I don't want to show them all the time. I want to show them only if the user puts a check mark on the instance of this blueprint in the editor. So, on the construction script, I check if you as a level designer mark left pillar or right pillar on the blueprint instance you put in the level, and I should have something like visible, toggle visibility. Toggle visibility, okay. And if it's true or false, actually, let's see, I just toggle it. Okay, let's try it like this. Toggles are a bit trickier to pull off in logic, but let's see if I can pull it off. Like this, like this. If it's true, it goes in there. If it's false, it still goes in there. And let's say as a default, it's set to not set. Okay. Compiled, saved just in case, and now if I grab the blueprint, right, not the this, check this out, Armando. I have the, because now I can demonstrate, I have the modular blueprint for the wall door. And now, as a level designer in the editor, I have left pillar and right pillar. And for some reason, it didn't work. Okay, okay, no worries. Let's edit it without toggle visibility, but let's set it with set visible. So if it's true, this is the visibility, and if it's false, compile, save. Let's try it out again. There we go. This is what I'm trying to achieve. So if you look at the blueprint for the wall door, whenever I check to have a right pillar, it actually draws me a right pillar, like this, bam, bam, super easy. Why does this help? Well, this helps because let's fix the blueprint for the left pillar as well. Oh God. Okay, so now I can parameterize whether the walls have or not these pillars. Why do I need this, you ask? Well, we'll make them have collision. That's super easy. This is just a quick test to see if it works, because we'll have to do the pillars in the editor anyway to do them properly. But how do we work now? So I just put a house module here, somewhat close to the corner. You don't even need to be super precise anymore. You still need some precision. And now you don't see them, you don't see the gap anymore. And this way, you can easily construct, this is just a quick example, but you can easily construct modular like houses. And now if I just grab the player spawn and bring it here because I'm lazy and I don't want to click a long distance, there we go. There we go. I still have a problem. The actor has the collision set and it's still detecting, if you can notice, my mouse cursor, and I don't want that. So let's see, let's edit a bit the actor, and where are you? Here in the collision. Or is it the individual collision on each one? Block all dynamic. Invisible wall, everyone. I want you all to be invisible walls. And now, let's test it again. There you go. You can explore houses everywhere. Let's also look at how navigation compiles. Navigation compiles nicely on it. So that should mean that if I place enemy troll somewhere here, maybe, and I hit play again, yes, yes, he's able to detect me and chase me around. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now we have everything set, and I'm pretty happy with the result. Instead of making one blueprint for each house component, why don't I upgrade this blueprint so it has a list of all available house components you can use? So, what would I need to do that? Maybe an enum, because I wouldn't want to have the mesh loaded, so to have each mesh loaded inside the blueprint at all times. And you know what? Let's go to my favorite drawing board just for one bit. Some of you are familiar with this presentation format. So here's what I want to do. I want to have a blueprint, customizable actor, which holds all kinds of walls and windows and doors and whatnot. So it contains a list of possible, what should we call them? List of possible items, walls. Let's just call them what they are. So it contains a list of possible walls. What else does it do? It always places pillars at the end of the wall. And let's say user show hide pillar option. So this is what I would like it to do. Everything I would like it to do. Let's get this up. So this is customizable when I place the actor. And for this, I would need to maybe do this. Build the list of possible walls offline. So I make an enum, which is an enumerator, which is basically just a list based on the level designer's decision. So based on the decision you make, let's thicken this up a bit, like this and like this. So based on your decision, we would actually, let me put this here and send it to the back. Oh. And insert some text as well. Decision. So, based on your decision, I would actually like to spawn the actual mesh you select from a list. Spawn wall mesh. Whoops. I actually want to spawn a wall mesh. Come on. There we go. And let's add some categories as well so we all understand where we are. So this is offline on hard drive, for instance, in project structure, call it whatever you want. This is construction in editor. And this will be in-game. So this is what you do as a level designer. Let's add more boxes. Send back. Let's give it a nice little color like this. This is what I do as the person building the course. So let's give it, I don't know, an orangey color. And let's give it blue here and send to back. And let's say, I don't know, yellow. So let's call this project setup offline. This is level design construction in editor. And this is in-game what players see. So there we have it. The list of the possible walls is just a list. The actor doesn't contain the walls itself. It will, based on your decision, it will choose what wall to bring from the hard drive and spawn it. Let's see, the pillars. This is actually a bit tricky because this is just a decision. Okay, so check this out. For the pillars, your decision as a level designer is here. But the list of the possible walls should contain maybe gizmos as sub-objects, which we show and hide. Okay, so this is show and hide from whatever we dragged from the list. And so this should be here, and this should be here, like this. There we go. Level designer. Okay, so this is how we actually go about. And now that I've structured what I'm trying to achieve, you can now understand what I'm trying to do, basically. How am I trying to do this? Well, I've already done a bit on the construction in the editor. Now you have the check mark. As a level designer, you can show and hide the pillar option. I don't yet have a list of possible walls, so each right now I have a blueprint with a single wall possible, and I don't have the gizmo to place the pillar automatically based on what wall you choose. My first upgrade would be to place the pillar automatically. So for now I'll work with this mesh, the one I already have, and I'll try to make the pillar object snap to it. So let's see. I get this bad boy over here. Let me actually stop the music for a moment, because I'm still hearing the music even though you don't, and it's quite tiresome. So let's see, how would I do this? Okay. In this one, I would have to add some, what are they called? Sockets. Create some sockets. Let's call them pillar left, and let's move it around, so if that's forward, left is here. There we go. I create a socket here. I'm not very precise, but I don't really have to be, because I can write it here, minus 500, because I know that's the distance, because the entire wall has 1,000 centimeters, 10 meters. And pillar right. And this one I will set at plus 500. Okay, so now I have the sockets here. And now, if I go back into the construction script, oopsie, yeah, sorry, my internet is bad. Is it better now, guys? Better now? Should be better now. I don't know, it comes and goes, it's fluctuating a lot. I don't know if I can help it. I did ask the internet company to bring up an upgrade for the internet, so until that happens, we'll just have to deal with it. Okay. On the event? No, on the construction script. So, on the construction script, I would like to set visibility and also socket the pillars. And I won't call them pillar 01 and 02, I'll call them left pillar and right pillar. Right pillar is 02. So I pillar, right pillar. Pillar left. There we go. Like so. Okay, pillar right, if I check the right pillar, and I also, I don't know, something socket. Like so, and like so. So I think I might have just lost the internet, maybe. It should work, okay. So target is wall door. Get socket. Thank you, Armando. Thank you. See you later, and the stream will be recorded anyway, so no worries there. Thank you. So now let's see the move to location. Move to location, but not the AI controller, but I want this one to put on a location. Set relative location. Like so. And the new location should be here. Okay, compile, save, and just for the test of it, let's get that pillar right. Pillar right. Okay, it's there. Nice. File, save. Let's see if it works or not. I'm not getting a socket name. I'm not getting a socket name. Why am I not getting a socket name? Pillar right. Pillar right. Okay. Pillar right. So in the construction script, the socket name should be pillar right. Compile, save, and now let's see what happens. If I want a right pillar, boom, it sets it right. So it works. Right now the pillar is being placed on the socket. The problem is my pivot for this actor is in the middle and I need it to be in the bottom. So I might just change this cube with maybe this one? No. With another kind of cube, 1 meter cube. Maybe this one has the pivot. No, still in the center. I'm looking for a cube that has the pivot right, or you know what, I'll just make the pillar myself. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, Tony, but we're back to this good old program, which you don't really like that much, but hey, we have to do it. And let's create a pillar here. So quickly, I'll just create a standard primitive box like this, like this, like this. I'll edit it because it didn't want to snap right, and let's say I'll make it 100 by 100. Sure, why don't you write me an email, Marcel? I think you can find my email, or you have me on Messenger. Just send me the problem, let me read through it and see if I can help you with some suggestions or not. Tell me 3 things. What you are trying to achieve, and 2, where doesn't it work? And I'll look into it. Okay, so this is my box here. Let's see if I put it on 0, lots of 0, like so. I'll call this pillar. Maybe I'll also convert it to a double poly. I'll quickly export selected as a pillar, of course. Boom. There we go. There we go. And now, yes, I want to import it. Bring it in, import it like there's no tomorrow, and I want you to be my pillar. I'll remove any kind of scaling, and this is where we are. So now it sets the pillar properly. Cool. That's the right pillar. Now the left pillar. So I actually have something to show you a bit later after I'm done with these pillars about the menu. For now, let me try to understand why this pillar doesn't work or show. Oh, of course, because I didn't finish my construction script. So if this is what I'm doing for the right pillar, and let's insert a comment here, right, and here I'll also do the same for the left pillar, of course. So set relative location, bing, 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 bing. Quickly, let's quickly do this. Okay, of the pillar left, pillar, oops, I have to write in here pillar left, pillar left. There we go. I'll add a comment here. Pillar left. Compile, save. And now, if I go to the left pillar, there we go. We have the left pillar as well. Okay. Let's set it on 0 by default, compiled and saved. Okay, and here we set it on enabled. Oops, oops. It's not showing for some reason. Where is my pillar? Ah. Aha, I know why. Because by default has to be set visible, not visible, and this one not visible. Let's compile and save, and let's see if it works now. Okay, so it works here. Oopsie, it snapped here for some reason. And this one snapped here. Okay, it's because I'm using relative location to actor or something in the blueprint. It's because of this. Sorry, it's because of this. Because I'm setting a relative location to the scene component, and maybe get socket location. Oof, this is tricky. Of the wall door, I'm getting a socket location. Let's see if I can get socket location. Okay, maybe not a set relative location, but a set location. Set world location, maybe. Let's try it like this. Quickly test it. This works. This works, but it worked here before. Okay. And there we are. The pillar shows up where I need it. So instead of using relative, I have to use world location, because that's how the get socket location retrieves the data. So this bad boy here, get socket location, works by retrieving the data from the world location of the socket in that actor, not from the relative location of the socket inside the actor space. So now that I know, let's just get rid of the relative location. We put the world location here, and we have to do the same for the left pillar with set location, but on world. We plug it in here, we get the value of the socket I created, and we do like this, compile and save. And if we check this one, now it also appears here. Okay. So, thank you so much for standing by with me on this stream. Our modular components are starting to work properly now. For now, I will call it a day. And before I close, so I'll stop working on this for now, I just want to show something for Marcel about the menu, which is something I've built for this project. So when I start my game, I start it in what's called a start map, right? And let's actually hit play and go even full screen. And I have two actors, go to next map or continue game. If I go to continue game, it will load and teleport the player in the last map that was played. So I go continue game, and this is the last map I played and saved. It's a test map where I test the fixes, trolls, whatnot. However, if I stop playing now and I go back into the start map and I go like this, go to next map, will always send me through like the first level in the game. And now the funny part is it actually saved the map I last played. So now if I hit play again and I go to continue game, it will take me to the last map I visited. This is what I'm thinking of as a 3D interactive menu instead of having a regular menu. To exit the game, let me just press escape. Let me quickly build the project. So package project, and we'll put it on Windows 64-bit because that's what I have. I'll show you how it looks like when we're actually playing the game itself from the executable in a second now. So Marcel, I hope this is what you were thinking about, and this is how you were seeing the interactive menu. But just like I did these two buttons, you can create any kind of button or options you want inside the 3D world. It's still packaging, but soon I'll be able to show you the actual build itself. Any moment now, any moment. Let's give it a nice look. Still packaging, still packaging. It takes a while now, doesn't it? It's packaging, slowly but steadily. There we go. There we go. Some music until it's done packaging. Still packaging. sorry, now when I go to continue game, I'm in the proper level, but anywhere I go, I still have the menu functionality itself. So Marcel, I'm hoping maybe this will, whoopsie, maybe this will help you out a bit. We'll see how it goes. Until then, thank you so much for being here. Let's do the next one. I'll try to maybe schedule my streams, etc. And I just received the very good news that tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, I will actually get better internet. So I probably won't have the streaming problems anymore. So thank you so very much for being here. See you guys on the next one. And until then, keep on having fun with Unreal Engine like I am. See you guys. Bye bye.